Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go to the information. So there is a figure given over here. Okay, there is some information connected to the figure. Okay, now let's go to the information. In the figure shown, points Q, R, S, and T lie on the segment PV, and line segment RU intersects a line segment SX at point W. So the measure of angle SQX is 48 degrees. So SQX is 48 degrees. So the 48 degree angle measure has to be marked over here. And also the measure of angle SXQ is given, that is 86 degree. Okay, now so the measure of angle SWU is 85 degree. Let me mark it over here. And the measure of angle VTU is given, that is 162 degree. Okay, so now what is the measure in degrees of angle? TUR. So we have to find the measure of angle TUR. So that is we have to find the angle measure we have over here that I marked in red color. So this is the angle measure we have to find, that is angle TUR. Okay, I assume the measure of angle TUR as X degree. Okay, now to get the measure of angle TUR, so what we need to do is we have to consider the quadrilateral we have over here, that is WSTU. So in this WSTU quadrilateral, so let's consider the four interior angle measures. So already we know the measure of this interior angle is 85 degree. This is unknown angle measure, that's we have assumed as X degree. And so let's consider the other two interior angle measures over here. So if I know the measures of all the four interior angles of this quadrilateral WSTU, so I can add all the four interior angle measures, and they all add up to 360 degree, because in any quadrilateral, so the four interior angle measures will add up to 360 degree, and I can solve for X. So for that I need the measures of these two interior angles. So how do I have to find that? Okay, first let's consider the interior angle measure we have over here. So this is the angle on the straight line over here, because we have this angle on the straight line, and in this straight angle we know the measure of this particular part, this is 162 degree. And so how do we have to get the measure of this particular part of the straight angle? So for that we have to subtract this 162 degree from the straight angle 180 degree, because we know that an angle measure on a straight line always equals to 180 degree. So this is a straight angle and it measures 180 degree. So this is this part is 162. To get the measure of this part, I have to subtract this 162 from 180. So when I subtract this 162 from 180, I am getting 18 degree angle measure. Okay, now let's consider the angle measure over here, this interior angle measure. Okay, now I'm going to consider the triangle QSX that I marked in red color. In this triangle QSX, so this is the exterior angle of the triangle QSX. So in a triangle, whenever one of the sides is extended, so particularly the side QS is extended over here, so because of that we get the angle measure over here. So whenever I want to get the exterior angle of a triangle, I have to add the two remote interior angles. So in this triangle QSX, I have three interior angles, this one and this one, but this interior angle is unknown, but only these two interior angles are considered to be remote interior angles for this exterior angle. So because this interior angle, the interior angle over here is adjacent to this exterior angle. So whenever I want to get exterior angle of a triangle, I have to add the two remote interior angles. So to get the exterior angle of the triangle QSX, just add the two remote interior angles 48 degree and 86 degree. When I add them, I am getting 134 degree. Okay, now let's consider the quadrilateral WSTU. In this quadrilateral, I know the measures of the three interior angles. I have to find the measure of the fourth interior angle, which is TUR. Okay, now in any quadrilateral, the four interior angles will add up to 360 degree. So now I'm going to add these four interior angles of this quadrilateral. Okay, let me do it. That is X positive, 18 X degree, positive 18 degree, positive 134 degree, positive 85 degree. So these four interior angles of a quadrilateral must add up to 360 degree. Okay, now when I let's keep X degree as it is. When I add 18, 134, 85, I'm getting 237 degree equals to 360 degree. Okay, my aim is to solve for X. So X degree is equal to, to solve for X, I have to subtract 237 degree from both sides. Let me do it. So when I do such a subtraction, I'm getting X degree on the left side. So when I subtract 237 from 360, I'm getting 123 degree. Actually, x degree represents the measure of angle TUR. So that's the one we require according to the question. So we can replace x by measure of angle TUR equals to 123 degree.